Well,
so I'm here with His Grace, Archbishop Pettipas from McClellan, and the newly ordained Bishop Terrio from the Diocese of St. Paul's. So, Your Grace, Your Excellency, thank you very much for being here with us this weekend. So we're just wondering, what have you thought of the event so far?
Well, I mean, we just got here this afternoon. We came just separately. We didn't come together. But I was greeted very warmly when I arrived. They showed us to where we're staying as bishops. We're in one house. So we had a bit of time to meet with one another. And then I came out, and one of the things that I enjoy doing at events like this is going to the exhibits tent. So I went around the exhibitors tent and met a number of people that I've met before and other people that I hadn't met before, which is always nice.
Did you see the swords?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was good.
Do you see the exhibit with all the swords? And
yeah, I saw that.
What is that?
That is, I forgot the name of it, Riven something or other. It's a camp for young people. It goes on every year, I think somewhere around Calgary. I know some young people from my diocese who go to that, very enthused by it.
Okay.
But I don't know a whole lot about it.
Yeah, it's actually in the Turner Valley, west of us here, and it's called Arcathias. It's something that the legionaries, Regnum Christi, organize and put on every year. Interesting.
Yeah.
So, Bishop Terrio, what did you think of the Stations of the Cross?
Well, I was going to mention, if you asked me, I thought it was very powerful. It was very, very moving. I was impressed how the story of our Lord's Passion reaches so deeply. And of course it was told from the perspective of his mother, which made it even more profound. So it was very, very moving, yeah.
So can either of you, I know you're doing catechesis tomorrow, Your Grace.
I am.
Saying Mass, Your Excellency. Do you have any, for our listeners at home, we're debating whether or not they come, or do you have any spoilers or hints, previews?
Well, I mean, my talk is going to be on discipleship and discernment. So I'm talking about trying to listen to God's call and respond to that call of the Lord in our life. Not just in terms of a life choice, but in terms of everyday life. What it is to be a person of prayer and to try to respond to that in our lives. Yeah.
Well, at Mass tomorrow, the Gospel is Jesus' parable about the wheat and the weeds, and our Lord letting them grow together until the harvest. And so I'm going to try and open up that parable and show that it's very, very relevant to the new evangelization that's behind all of this.
Bishop Terrio, perhaps you could explain for our viewers at home what exactly the new evangelization is, for those who aren't for those like me who've heard hundreds of definitions.
Well, Paul VI, who was the Pope back in 1975, who launched the whole evangelization movement, he said that Catholic evangelization is basically an ongoing movement of both heart and head, and that it's a day-by-day choosing of the goodness of Jesus. That's basically what it is. It's a call to holiness, and so that's pretty basic Christianity, isn't it? We're not reinventing the wheel.
Anything to add?
Well, you know, I always, whenever somebody comes out with a term like, they add an adjective like new evangelization, I always say, well, if we're talking about a new evangelization, there must have been an old evangelization. And evangelization really goes back to the beginnings of the church with the Great Commission that Jesus gave to the disciples to make disciples of all nations, to teach them everything that Jesus taught us to do, and to know that He's with us till the end of all time. And you know, we've seen in countries like Canada where an initial evangelization has already happened. Lots of people know about Jesus, they know His name, but maybe this hasn't gone very deeply in their lives. And so the new evangelization is trying to re-evangelize, to bring about in our day the bringing of the good news, to share that with people, to make it alive for them. It's a challenge, I think, for the church, for all of us who are followers of Jesus, to truly be evangelizers in our own day, in our own way, and try to spread the good news and help people to come to an awareness of who Jesus is and what that means for our life.
Thank you very much, Bishop.
All right. You're welcome.